This shop makes over $26,000 every month selling AI art on stickers, and tons of other stores are doing it too. And the best part is that with literally just a laptop and $20 to our name, we can get started from anywhere in the world on one of the best businesses to get in on, since it is primed to grow up to 10x over the next 8 to 9 years. I'm talking, of course, about print on demand. And this is how I personally made my first $1 million in sales online. And what I and all these other sellers have in common is that we're able to sell a ton of products without ever holding any of the inventory. I've posted over 20 videos about how I took my new print-on-demand store completely from scratch to over $600,000 in sales in just under 6 months. You can go check them out when you want. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at several stores run by everyday people just like you and I who are making crazy amounts of money. Then I'm going to show you how we can quickly create designs just like these best sellers using a brand new, free, and easy to use GPT. This isn't Midjourney or Dolly or any of that other stuff. This is something completely brand new and it's free to use. And then I'll even share my personal plan for growing our print on demand business to 7 and even 8 figures over the next 12 months. And before we jump in and just start printing a bunch of designs that aren't likely to convert, we're going to be smart about things and do some quick research to see what the best sellers are, as well as see how much stores like this are making and how much we can expect to make from this kind of business. This first shop is called Elsie Brienne Design, and they have over 99,000 sales of their stickers on Etsy. And looking at a couple of their top selling designs, you'll notice that they all have something pretty obvious in common, and that is that they are based on a flower or plant type pattern that is in a watercolor or pastel type art style. When you combine each of these together, they sell over 300 stickers per month, or over $1,000 in sales just from 3 stickers alone. And even though $1,000 a month may not seem like a lot, you have to keep in mind that that's just off of 3 stickers. And this seller has over 800 different products. Now, 800 products is a lot to keep track of, especially when they're selling hundreds of thousands of them like this seller, which is why they're doing something called print on demand. And you can click the link below to start a free trial with the printer that I personally use called Printify. And the reason that these sellers use a service called Printify is that when an order is placed on their store, Printify then prints, packs, and ships the product right to their end customer, meaning that we never have to worry about any of the inventory or shipping on our own. We're pretty much just there with our laptops using AI to make designs and collecting the money in between. And then the reason that they're selling on Etsy is that it has over 450 million monthly users. So it pretty much takes care of the marketing for us, and it's a very inexpensive way to get things started. Though I personally do a lot of my own selling on Shopify, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below if you're interested in seeing a lot of my strategies that I use there. I've made tutorials on this, but Etsy is a great beginner place to get started as it costs next to nothing. Now let's take a look at another store. Here we have Savannah and James Co., which has $1.64 million in lifetime sales. Now they've been open for 38 months, which gives us an average of $43,000 in sales every single month. And we can safely assume that their profit margin is around 50% after Printify and Etsy fees, which that means that they're making about $21,000 in pure profit take home at the end of the day. So now that we've seen a couple of stores that are selling these types of products and having a lot of success with it, let's see how we can make designs like this for ourselves. Now, you've probably seen videos of other people talking about how to use Midjourney and Dolly to make print-on-demand designs, and those are all great. The only problem with it is that you end up spending a lot of time testing and tweaking the prompts, spending hours before you finally come up with a final usable design that we can actually sell and make some sales from. Luckily, OpenAI has just released their brand new GPT store, meaning that users just like you and I are now able to make custom GPTs for people to use. That's why as soon as I heard about this, I set to work on creating a brand new custom GPT for print-on-demand products. I called it Mystic POD, and the first product that I'm starting off with is stickers. I have plans to expand this into all different kinds of print-on-demand products, but for now, figured that stickers was a pretty good place to get started. And you can get access to this completely for free just by clicking the link in the description below. You just have to have an OpenAI premium account, which costs about $20 per month. Then once you're signed into Mystic POD, you can see at the bottom there's a couple of prompts to get started. So for example, if I were to click create a best-selling sticker for Etsy, it'll send that message, and Mystic POD has been trained and given very specific instructions on how to create amazing print-on-demand sticker designs. So I just asked it to create a best-selling sticker for an Etsy store, and it created this adorable, cute anime character that I could see doing honestly pretty well. And considering that we gave it no other instructions other than give me a great sticker, it's not too bad. Because normally if you were using Midjourney, you would have to like customize the prompt to make sure it doesn't print it on something, and it takes a lot of work. Whereas with this, we can give it just very broad instructions and it does a great job. Like for example, if I wanted to emulate the kind of designs that we saw doing really well for other Etsy sellers, I could say make a flower sticker. So just by giving it the instruction to make a flower sticker, it comes up with something that's super colorful and vibrant that I could easily see selling well and people putting on like their laptops, for example. Then my personal favorite is that we can take things even a step further by giving it an example of the type of sticker we want it to make. Because if I come down here and click the paperclip icon, then I can select an image that I took from one of the Etsy sellers, a screenshot. And now I'm going to say, make a sticker like this one, and hit enter. And now what it's going to do is analyze the image, see what kind of sticker is in it, and then use the training that Mystic POD has to come up with a sticker that's just like that. And it gave me a beautiful sticker, and it even gives me the title and description for it. This one it calls Gilded Petals, sticker infused with the essence of delicate white flowers, golden centers, and lush green leaves, all arranged in a graceful ensemble. This is great, and the best part is that it doesn't stop there. It's within ChatGPT, so you can tell it whatever you want it to do as a follow-up. So I could say, for example, add more flowers, and it'll do it. And there we go. So I told it to add more flowers, and it gives me a completely different arrangement. Personally, I like this sticker a lot more, especially because we're going to be selling the die cut ones, so it really takes advantage of the fact that the border changes with the design. So I'm going to use this one and download it. So now we have the design file that we want to use to sell on our stickers, but obviously it's not enough to just have the file. So the next step is super important in order to get us to the point of being able to sell on Etsy, and that is uploading to Printify. So if you've never used Printify before, you can create a free account by clicking the link in the description below and start setting up your shop. Over here on the left-hand side in Printify, you'll see that they have dozens, if not hundreds, of different print-on-demand products for us to choose from. So in this case, I'm going to select their die cut stickers and come down here and click start designing. Then we're brought to this easy to use drag and drop editor where we're able to make any changes we want to our design. I go up here to my device and select the design that we just made, and now what I want to do is shrink it down to make it fit the size of the image. And then up here, this is a feature that Printify recently added. We can do a background removal. We go up here and do quick remove. And this will make it so that the edge of the sticker is actually where it gets printed and it doesn't print off as like a big block. Now you can see that there's some of the white area that it didn't take off that we wanted to. So just by using our brush, we're able to fix that up pretty easily. There we go. And then when we're happy with it, we hit apply. Now that we've removed the background, I'm going to center it and then hit preview. This preview option is pretty cool because it gives us mock-ups to see our design. We can get an idea of what it would look like on these different products. We also want to be sure that we select different sizes. As you can see on the mock-ups, the 2x2 is pretty small. Then we come down here and click Save Product. And then after we quickly enter our product title and description that the GPT gave us, the last thing that we have to do is update our prices. And we want our profit margin at least 60%. There you go. Make sure that the mockups is set to sync, and then we click publish. And after we hit publish, Printify will automatically sync our brand new product with our Etsy store, meaning that within a few minutes, we went completely from scratch to a product up and live on our Etsy store ready for us to sell, which is pretty awesome. But obviously one design is not enough. We need hundreds of these designs, especially when we're selling on Etsy, in order to start really making a meaningful amount of income. That's why a really good skill to focus on is just using the GPT that, again, you can get by clicking the link in the description, and experimenting with coming up with the best designs and stickers possible. At the end of the day, it really is just about the best product wins, and if you don't have great designs, then you're not going to really get many sales. And as promised, the way that I would scale this business to 6 and even 7 figures is by selling stickers, but not making it just a sticker business. I've seen a lot of apparel brands, for example, do an amazing job and make a great income by adding stickers onto their stores as upsells, meaning that when you buy a t-shirt with a design, you also get it on a sticker. Let me know in the comment section down below if you'd like to see examples of how you can make that work. But stickers, in my experience, works as a great piggyback onto other brands. It can be a standalone business, but it's a lot slower, as the market for it can be smaller than other things such as, say, apparel. And the way that I personally choose to run these brands is by selling all of my products through a simple yet branded Shopify store. Then I run a very basic Facebook ad to get my own traffic to my website, and from there I build my email list, so I'm building up a real asset that I can eventually sell for hopefully a pretty decent amount of money. That's what I've done in the past, and I've rinsed and repeated that process across a number of brands. So at this point in starting your business, you have a fork in the road decision to make. You can go one direction, which is selling purely on Etsy, and it'll require less money, but it'll probably take longer and a lot more products in order to start getting a really meaningful amount of sales. Or you can go the Shopify route and build a Shopify brand with 50 to 75 products and slowly build up your own brand and customer list over time. That's the method that I use. That took us from zero to over $600,000 in sales in about 6 months. And then after I validated the brand with Shopify, then I start selling on Etsy as well and kind of combine the best of both worlds. That's just my personal opinion on the best way to get started, but it's not for everybody. Like if you're worried about losing $100 on Facebook ads, then it's definitely not the route to go. But if you are open to spending a couple $100 on testing, then faster route to freedom, in my opinion. In either case, the best way that I can possibly help you is by you joining the brand new school community that we're launching. You can click the link over here to join. It's completely free. I give away all my resources and swipe files, and it's a community where I'm going to be active, helping answer questions and doing weekly coaching calls, that kind of thing. A lot of people were looking for more like feedback on their business, so this is the best way that I can help provide that. So click the link there to sign up for free, and if you have any comments or questions, please let me know down below. And other than that, thanks for watching, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video.